A long time ago in Random, dice were everywhere and used to decide everything. Wondering what to wear, what to create, who to become. Any question, as long as it could be answered with a number, could be found by the spark of magic contained within the dice. And the king and queen of Random were, well, decent to good. Life was wild. Life was free. Life was random. When they were ready, or when they were brave enough, the most courageous in Random would embark on a great adventure, making their way to the Valley of the Dice. There, in that sacred place, they would choose the dice that they would carry with them for the rest of their lives. Although some would whisper that the choice wasn't fully theirs to make. Life was insane and beautiful, a glorious mess. Those who wielded dice would challenge each other in grand board game tournaments to win favor from the king or queen, or even just each other. The rules were wild and capricious, the games even more so. And everyone in Random loved them, and the dice wielders themselves, with all their heart. But no game lasts forever, and there came a day when some of Random's grandest champions found themselves hungering greedily for challenges more deadly than had ever been encountered before, and with rewards commensurate with their risk. And their demands were soon met by new and darker games, whose stakes were as dangerous as could be imagined. But defeat comes even to the gifted, and its unfamiliarity leads to wounds even deeper than those experienced by most. Powered by a mysterious darkness, the games grew too savage, with risks beyond anyone's control. And the day came when catastrophe would be postponed no longer. A new queen rose to power, and, knowing what the games had become, took action. In a voice tinged with rage, she decreed that all dice be forever destroyed. Using the power of her dark, six-sided companion, called the One True Dice, she attacked any of her citizens foolish enough to protest. And thus began the No Dice War. The queen proved an effective general, and the war soon turned in her favor. Any remaining dice wielders who would not give up their companions were forced into exile, or worse. The Valley of the Dice hid itself from the queen in fog, with its inhabitants and their power all but forgotten. Only the queen's dark dice remained, all alone and all powerful. In her victory, the queen fractured the world into 6 isolated fragments, one for each side of her one true dice. And there was a new rule imposed. Every child, upon reaching the age of 12, would roll her dice to see which district they'd move to. It was fair and just, the law of one dice instead of the chaos of many. But there was more to the story, a secret known only to a few. And the children who rolled up, the headmaster showed no mercy. and the black dice hung, pushed into endless slump. Cries echoed through rap, till their very dreams were stolen. No hope was found. And everyone lived happily ever after. The end. And now that you know this amazing magical castle is out there in Sixtopia, I'm sure you'll want to live there one day too. Well, don't you worry, because everyone in Random gets their chance. Yes, some fine day, you too will grow up, roll the Queen's one true dice as black as night, and find out who you really are. And whether you're a oneer, or a sixer, or anything in between, there'll be joy in your heart and a song on your lips, 'cause you'll know one thing is forever true. Random rules.
You'll never break the spirit of the rebellion. Never.
Even and her narrator were almost reunited. She was so close. She was so dramatically close.
Hello, Even. Do you remember me? For I remember you. And yet you're the one who approached me. You're probably wondering why I'm here and not out there, picking my teeth with the bones of the disobedient. I suppose it makes no difference to tell you. The Queen hired me all those years ago to kill that meddlesome King of Freedom and to start their war. Oh, I was paid, but I would have done it for free. The Queen wanted to ensure his children would tear each other apart in the years and decades to come. And they did. I gave the Queen her endless war. I did brilliant work. Oh, but she played even me, you see. She promised me the people would fear the Shadow Man beyond reason. But they didn't. My rule was kept secret. And instead, they grew to fear war, their own deaths. And when I finally had enough, when I finally threatened to reveal the truth to everyone, well, here I am. No, you don't get to pity me. I'm terrifying. You're terrified of me. Say it! Say you're terrified! You don't pity me? In fact, no. I pity you. You hear me? I pity you! I pity you! Nobody pities me! Nobody! Nobody!
friend. Thank you for the rescue. Now, I can get back to my job of narrating. The narrator said, narratively.
Weird. Yeah, it's, you. There you are.
Whoa, wait. You can hear me? This is unprecedented. Oh, but that doesn't mean it's bad. Took the words right out of my mouth, little one. It was hard being alone. I felt like half a person, if that makes sense. Well, it would be strange if you didn't. I am your narrator, after all. Oh, but it is nice to know when one's work is appreciated. But you can hear me now, and we should make the most of that while we can. One never knows how long it will be until the old authorities reassert themselves. We've got a quest to finish, my friend, and I stand ready to describe it if you stand ready to live it. Let's. Now then, where were we? Yes. A girl, her dice, and her narrator were reunited at last. Behind them, the wreckage of all that had stood in their way. Ahead of them, the queen and her minions. Even squared her shoulders and strode forward toward her destiny. Oh, why, thank you. This used to be a beautiful palace, a place of learning, of magic, of... Oh, yes, Dicey. It was also a place of dice. Halls that once echoed with the laughter of children were now still, empty and desolate. Oh, right. Except for Even and her amazing friend Dicey, who was... great, did you say? Who was, and I quote, great and awesome to the max.
Lord's cards here. I literally...
dark crystals had appeared in the same age as the castle's fall, but they were not the cause of this destruction, merely an effect of it. There was something much darker here.
Way to creep us out, Mr. Narrator.
The remains of the castle were quiet, almost serene, but within them still dwelled a great power.
Here goes nothing, Dicey. Point taken. Here goes everything. Look at this place. It is stunning. It's been lived in recently. We're not alone here, Dicey.
Well, the gate was locked, but where was the key? Even wasn't sure, and neither was Dicey.
But
They had the feeling they could find what they sought if they looked below.
whoa, she has a fleet of these things.
That's concerning. Wait, Nanny Fortuna was coming.
Quick, hide!
Now, hurry up, you scrumptious little children.
What does scrumptions mean, miss?
It means keep walking and stop asking questions. The One-True Dice does not like to wait. Where did I put my keys? Not again!
Come on, that key's gotta be here somewhere.
The key even was looking for. She just knew it had to be here somewhere.
Ugh, not your most helpful narration, bruv.
Cards here. I literally cannot advertise that fat card that I already have. Cards on the table. This is a bit outside my normal rounds, and not at all what I was expecting. But now you're here, and Manidex is playing a sympathy card. You've got to buy something, mate. Please? Shh, mate, you can't. Oh, don't. What's that, mate? You want to trade cards? Don't mind if I do. You never know who's listening, mate. Now, let's trade and forget all about any treasonous thoughts, eh?
Okay, here we go. All that remained was to climb the terrifying upper tower and face our destiny.
Yeah, you're not in any danger here.
Even, do you know what happens to a narrator if the person they're narrating dies?
No.
Me neither. Oh, but I'm sure it's not good. two royal girls. Princesses. The two of them were the exact same ages, as even and odd.
Those masks. Yeah.
The Queen's throne. It is from here that the Queen rules the fate of Random with the roll of her dice. But where was she now? Oncroft, even in Odd's home.
It was home. My family is there and I miss them, but I honestly don't know where home is anymore.
Freedom. It was a land and a family, torn apart by an endless, futile war.
A war the Queen instigated to keep the people divided and her in power. Yeah, the triplets could have done something, but they squandered it and so much else, hating each other.
Five Tropolis, once a land of creativity and magic. Now, little more than a robot factory.
There were good people there. We've all been twisted by her, and we can't even see it. We're fish born in a tiny bowl, and we look around and say, oh, this is good. This is definitely how it should be. But we should be swimming in the ocean. We should at least be swimming in a big old lake.
It was in this very throne room that the Queen would roll her dice. And personality of the poor inhabitants of Two Town.
That's crazy, isn't it? The idea that their fates should be controlled so you think it's normal, but all into her crazy solutions until we forget how things used to be and everyone in Random is just lost in her madness. She's cost so much.
Sixtopia, a glittering city of cardboard, made to give the poor people of Random something to aspire to. The biggest and most cynical lie of them all.
This can't go on. Yeah, I hope we can do something about it too.
This was it. The point of no return. Whatever the end was, Even and Dicey were going to meet it.
Listen, Dicey, whatever happens next, I just want you to know. Look, I'm not too good with feelings and stuff, but I just want to say I've never become best friends with someone faster, and we've saved each other's lives countless times. And well, thank you, Dicey, for everything. Right, back at you, bud. Now, let's go kick that Queen's evil butt together.